What's up, guys? It's your boy Justin. So, like I said, I've been getting into Warhammer 40k again. Uh, I plan on playing Kill Team. I was gonna play this RPG I just bought, but it's like, yeah, I don't think it's huge, dude. So I'll just go into this is a haul video, but I'll show you what the hauls, the stuff I got. But like, yeah, I'll show you this first. So I already got 8 out of 10 of my Defkorga Krieg guys glued together. I just need to do two more, which these are from the starter set that came out a couple years ago, which is probably out of date. I just found out today that, oh yeah, just like in Warhammer 40k, the board game, the tabletop game, has editions where they update every year. You have to buy the new rulebook and codexes. They have the same thing here, but I hope it's not the same for the cards. But holy crap, dude! So this edition is probably out of date. But I'm just gonna be playing with a friend in a couple of weeks, so who cares? But yeah, I still have to glue 2 more together of these like Deathcore Creed guys, and then I gotta put all these guys together, which is like holy crap. Is there more than 10 of them? Holy shit. Shoot. Yeah. That's gonna take a while. That's gonna take. It took me like. It took me like. I think like 5 hours just to glue these guys together. And one of them had a bayonet at the end of the rifle. It came off. So I'm like, dude, am I even gonna bother gluing that back together, dude? Like gluing it back on? Holy crap. Which I just fell on the floor. Yeah. Which I got I might start painting these. Yeah. Yeah, that's I took my Devastator Marines out of storage. I'm gonna glue this guy's arm back on. I don't know. I might get ready to paint these, who knows. Yeah, so I'll show you what I got. So first I'll show you the books I got first. First I got Dark Imperium by Guy Haley. So it turns out they brought back the Primarchs. This is a trilogy about Robert. Let's call him Robert. It's technically Robert Gulliman, but I don't know how to pronounce Robert. So apparently Robert Gulliman, the Primarch of the Ultramarines, is back, and he's leading the Imperium. And this is what this books are about, which I paid $22 for this. No, it's 17. Okay, that's not bad. That's not bad. Next book I picked up was High Cal's Oath, Guy Forbes. I might have showed this off in a previous video. I'm not sure, dude. Yeah. So this is about the space dwarves. They added dwarves to 40k. I don't know when, dude. I've been gone for a long ass time. Yeah. Apparently this is a bait and switch book because I thought it was about this guy on the cover. It turns out it's about a girl. So the dwarves are run by girls, dude. Cringe. This is a book. I'm not sure. I might have showed this off. I'm not sure. This is like this is a Warhammer Fantasy trilogy about Nagash, which I have another Warhammer omnibus called the End Times, where it's called Lord of the Dead. Apparently, that also includes this guy. So I thought, oh, I should go and read this. This I bought at a thrift store, secondhand bookstore. This is Cadia Stands. Yeah. I think this is about the Eye of Terror. So which is funny, dude, because I'm reading like the Grey Knights Omnibus. I'm gonna review this next, and they talk about what's going on, that there's a massive battle at the Eye of Terror, dude. So I don't know if that's what that's about. I also picked this up at the used bookstore. This is Sabbat War, a Sabbat World's anthology, which I don't normally read anthology books, but I thought I would just pick this up. So hopefully it's a girl wrote this. A girl wrote one of the stories. No. I paid $10 for this. I picked this up. This is Horus Heresy Siege of Terror, the first wall by Gav Thorpe. Apparently they made a new Horus Heresy series called the Siege of Terra. And this is not what I wanted to pick up at the hobby store. I picked up one of the Siege of Terra books that had like Sanguinius on the cover, but somehow like I don't know if the guy behind the counter did a switcheroo or what, but like I ended up getting this, which is like what the hell? How did this happen? And at first I'm like, well, who cares? You know, it has Rogel Dorn. He's like the Primarch of the Imperial Fist. I heard he's a cool character. Turns out this does not happen in the book, dude. I watched a review and it's like, what the hell? It was a bait and switch. The Warhammer 40k has been doing a lot of bait and switches. So I picked this omnibus, the Gaunt's Ghost Omnibus by Dan Abnett. This looks cool because I'm trying not to just pick up Space Marine books because I think that's why I keep getting like burnt out on Warhammer 40k because I'll just read like Space Marine books, dude. So like yeah, I picked this up. I don't know if this is any good, but it's by Dan Abnett. Even though I'm not a huge fan of Dan Abnett's comics, but apparently when it comes to Warhammer 4K, he's supposed to be like one of the top writers. Yeah. So I also picked this up. This is a Warhammer 40k tabletop RPG called Imperia Maledictum. This collects, according to the dude, this is all you need. Which this collects the GM guide and the player's handbook. Which this is like a tabletop RPG. It says 2 to 7 players. How don't you need at least 3 people? I don't know, man. Yeah. So I would rip this open. Let me pause. Okay, we're back. So I put. So apparently that was just behind the plastic, dude. So you can see behind the cover. So this is like a tabletop RPG. This will probably be turned into, if Owlcat makes a third Warhammer RPG, this will probably be the basis for it, because apparently like the first two, first other RPGs that like Warhammer did was like Rogue Trader and Dark Heresy, and both of those are were turned into games. Like Dark Heresy comes out this year actually, so this will probably be turned into next. Which I watched a review for this RPG by Mr. Welch or whatever, who does funny funny tabletop RPG reviews, and he said this sucks compared to the Dark Heresy. But yeah, I'm not exactly sure how this game plays, because it's like I think you're supposed to play as an Inquisition guy, but then like he said in his book, you can play as like so there's a lot of fluff here. So there are people, Warhammer 40k fans, that will just buy these role-play books not to play, just to read the fluff, dude. Yeah. So I'm not sure, like, what the hell, dude. I mean, I think if you're just better off playing Rogue Trader, but you know, I have a friend who's like into tabletop RPG, So I'm trying to. I asked them, hey, would you play this game with me? So they said yes. So I picked it up. Probably stupid. So I think how it works is like one player is an Inquisitor, and then you have the you have like an entourage, and then everybody picks their different classes and stuff. So yeah, looks cool. I don't know when I'm gonna learn the rules and to play this. And then there's also the problem with this stuff is like, okay, you would think this would be cool that like, GW has, a role playing game. That means you can just play the models, get the models they use for the tabletop war game, right? But the models are stupid expensive, dude. So it's like, holy crap. And it's not like, you know, you can play as Space Marine. So it's not like, oh, I'll just take one of my Space Marine models and play it, use it for the board game. You can't play as Space Marines in this game, I'm pretty sure. Maybe you can. I can't. I don't know, man. Because there's like, I know in Rogue Trader, one of your party members is supposed to be a Space Wolf. I haven't gone that far in the game, but you can't play as a whole team of Space Wolves, unfortunately. I don't think so. Oh, you see the different classes. So, is that Jesus? Holy shit. I don't know. This looks really cool, dude. I definitely want to play this game, but like, how am I gonna find people to play? Well, we'll see. I'm gonna after I was going to go to the hobby store because today is Warhammer night, but like, who knows if people are gonna be actually there? We'll see. Yeah. So that's it for this haul video, guys. Peace out.